So just covering some of the areas related to the make screen prior to moving into the actual manufacturing order card is the things that you can do here include the ability to generate bulk actions. And the bulk actions on the make screen are pretty intuitive. You can do a lot of things here. For example, you can change the production status of the orders that are selected. And that includes different statuses such as blocked, work in progress, or done. And to cover a couple of those areas in detail, not started means that a manufacturing order has been created. It's sitting in the queue, but nothing has happened with it. A manufacturing order in a blocked state means that if you are doing a production process and the actual manufacturing order itself has to come to a complete halt, you would use the block state in order to indicate that status so nobody works on it. This usually might happen in case you're in a manufacturing facility and like something breaks, a machine goes down, or perhaps some of the products broke or somebody got injured, whatever it might be. You can change the manufacturing order state to a blocked status. Work in progress is indicative that the actual manufacturing order is now underway and it's actually going through its operational tasks. And work in progress is kind of an interesting area in terms of status because there's a lot going on during that phase. When something is a work in progress, it's more or less locked. You can't really make any changes to that manufacturing order. Although in Katana, it's allowed to make changes to a manufacturing order that is a work in progress. Other ERP systems, and eventually Katana probably might do the same, it might prevent you from being able to do that. So that way you would have to first stop the manufacturing order while it's from a work in progress, and then make changes to it while it's stopped, and then start it up again. But presently today, work in progress is an indicator that the raw material has been taken from inventory. It's going in through the process. The operations have started, and then the product is on its way to being completed. And then a done status is self-explanatory. When a manufacturing order is completed, all of the raw materials, of course, have left inventory. The value has passed on to the product level. The product comes out of the manufacturing order and it goes into inventory, or in the case of make to order use case, it gets sent out to sales. And that's basically what that is. Orders that get completed to a done state also pass over to the done tab here in this manufacturing part, in this part of the make list. In addition to the bulk actions, we've got a few other really useful tools here. I'll select a couple just to keep it simple. And this is the printing option. And one of the really fun things in terms of the print templates that we have for the manufacturing orders is something called a pick list. So you can actually create a consolidated pick list, which is really, really fun. Pick lists, if you're not familiar with them, from the manufacturing perspective, it's basically a list of all the ingredients that you need to take out from stock. So since we've got like multiple beige tables, for example, the first one is requiring like 8 liters of beige paint, but the one below it requires 4 liters of beige paint. You can consolidate a pick list to collect 12 liters of beige paint using this PDF template generator. And basically the way that works is it takes the combination of what you need from all of those selected orders and then makes the pick list for one of your floor people to grab and then go to the warehouse and pull out what's needed. It's really handy for like small operations who aren't really using like barcode scanning capabilities. So this is quite an easy way to get information, to print out information to make it available to staff when they need to go get something from your warehouse. Also, a couple of other ones just for fun here. The other major print templates that we have include not just the regular pick list, which I showed you, but manufacturing order for taking notes. So in certain cases, if you're just using Katana in its mainframe format, in its back office format, where you're accessing the main product, which we're demoing, you might just hire people and print out your orders as needed. And so you can actually print out manufacturing orders for taking notes. You can print out the entire manufacturing order, which will include costs information. And you can also print out one that excludes cost information. Most of the time, people who are doing it for that purpose will print out the ones that exclude cost, because you could provide this document on your shop floor team and print out all three of those documents that we have here. They can then use it, mark that they've completed stuff done, but at least they won't see the actual cost of the materials or the cost of the operations that are going into the manufacturing process. So generally, people don't want their factory floor people to see how much something costs, because then they know what the company is making in terms of money. And that's one of the key reasons why this template actually exists for PDF printing. Now, also these PDF templates can be managed directly inside of the settings page of which ones you want to make visible. So you can actually remove and delete which ones are visible. And we'll be in the future creating the functionality to generate your own custom edit templates, where you'll be able to actually pull them up from here and select them, have your logo on it, whatever it is that you want. Maybe even have like special checklist for specific types of products you make that need to go through maybe a QA process. There's all kinds of fun ideas that you can come up with in terms of custom PDF templates for manufacturing. So that's something that to keep an eye on in the coming future. Also, you can change that production deadline on a per manufacturing order basis here off to the right where necessary. If you need to filter by categories, as we mentioned earlier, you can do so easily here by pulling up, let's say, tables. I think I gave an example related to cases. You can also filter out the manufacturing orders that have a specific production deadline or a specific delivery deadline that is relative to manufacturing orders that are linked to sales, so the make-to-order manufacturing orders. And that's a nice little overview of the make screen and some of the details I didn't cover in the other videos. In the next video, we'll dive directly into the manufacturing order card to show you all the specifics that are related to individual manufacturing orders.